Hi, everybody. How are you? Um, Happy Thursday. So we're doing a live today, but now I will tell you that we are not picking up questions from last week. I'm going to pick them up, but we we're in the throes of getting the store ready for next week because next week's the big event, right? Um, so if you have questions, you just jump in and ask them and we'll answer them. I'll tell you a few things that are going on. We just got the Kentucky candy yesterday and I'm crazy excited. Let me show it to you. We got the bourbon balls in a couple of sizes. We got the 8 ounce, which is 16 pieces, and we got the little 4 ounce, or I think it's actually 2.5 ounce. It's 2 ounce, it's 4 pieces. So those came. Blue Mondays, which the people in my life who know Blue Mondays, these will probably sell out. And we got the cream candy, which I adore, adore, adore. And they did a new can this year because they're 100 years old. But we got it plain, and we also got it half and half, which means half of it's dipped in chocolate. I love the plain. When I was a kid, we only ever had the plain. I never had it with chocolate. That's a kind of a newer thing. But it's super fun. It literally just came, and it will leave soon. We always seem to sell out of it the second that we get it. So super fun that's here. So I'll tell you that. We also have apple butter, which I'm gonna try to do a video. I had this cocktail. Hello, hello. Oh, Fort Worth. I love Fort Worth. One of the best burgers I had in my entire life was at a place called Rodeo Goat in Fort Worth. It was the California burger, and I still think about it. So I want to make this cocktail. I was in Atlanta in a showroom, and they had this. It was like apple butter and bourbon, and I think sparkling water. It was kind of like an old fashioned. Oh, Sarasota, also a wonderful place. It was delish, and I got the recipe. I want to make it. But we got the apple butter in. So that's coming, but I'm ready to answer your cleaning questions because you probably have some questions gearing up for next week, next Thursday, like your tablecloths. It's time to wash your tablecloths. Wash them with oxygen bleach because there's probably some oxidized stains you didn't know were there. Hello to you, Lynn. You probably didn't know were there. And the other thing I want to tell you is starch them. Take some time and starch and iron your tablecloths because it helps repel stains. Things are less likely to stain. I mean, you can get the stain out, obviously. We can talk about it. But if you don't have to, you don't have to. So give them some starch. The other few things I want to remind you is vodka is killer on your countertop. So next Thursday, when I am making turkey and assorted things, I'm going to use vodka because it's antibacterial, and I can kind of scrub everything, scrub everything down. So, that's kind of a great trick, just a little vodka kind of across the board. And then, if you're a drinker, you can drink some good vodka. But I want to remind you that the cheap vodka is perfect for keeping everything sterile and clean. Your cutting boards, your countertop, that kind of thing. I oiled my cutting boards this week. So would you gift a new tea towel wash first or let them do that? Gosh, Jamie, that's a great question. I will tell you it's prettier if it's not washed first. But if you're going to take it for Thanksgiving, if you're going to wrap a bottle in it, I would leave it plain. If you're going to take it as the gift, I'd wash it because then they can use it right away because they are starched. They feel starched when you get them. So they can't use it immediately. We got the ingredients for cleaning our washer. We have an Energy Star that senses the load size. We'll let a gallon of vinegar be enough to run the washing cycle. Chances are, if it's got a sensor, it has a wash cycle, like a clean the washer setting. Check and see if it does. If it does, use that. If it doesn't, you might throw a couple of towels in with it just to make sure, because they'll be fine. It won't hurt them. Hi to you. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you. What else can I tell you? Um, to get ready, to clean your silver and all, all those things. But I think everybody's kind of already on that. But what questions do you have? I can tell you to watch our email next Friday because we are doing some stuff for Black Friday. I don't know what, or I'd tell you. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm waiting to see what the brands say, to be honest, to see what they're doing because we'll obviously match them. Best way to clean the inside of the fridge and how to remove the white ring on a wooden table. The best way to clean the inside of your fridge is to use vinegar and water. I just did this actually. Um, just use vinegar and water, and I actually spray it on the towel, and then I wipe down with the towel. The white ring on a wooden table, I can tell you the best way to do it is involving the iron. But there are lots of people who've done this on YouTube and watch one of their videos and do it because it involves laying the towel on the table and then ironing it over. But it's so much easier if you can see it. I have not made a video of it. I need to, but I haven't. But there are a bunch of them out there and it totally, totally works. But just watch one of them before you do it because it's so much easier. You lay a towel and then you iron over it, but watching the video makes it so much simpler. Hey, Michaela. So those are the things. And what else do I have in the store that I want to tell you? But you keep asking questions. I'm going to tell you the Christmas stuff is really starting to sell. If there's something you want, go ahead and order it. We're starting to really, the pyramids are flying, that kind of thing. Are you familiar with Zote soap flakes? They're okay. They're not as good as ours. They have sodium taurate in them, which I don't love. They're okay. They're better than detergent, but they're not as good as ours. And ours are shipping every day. So, if you see them, go ahead and pre-order because we ship the pre-orders before we ship anything that's in the store or before we put them in stock. To give you an example, there are flakes coming today. They're all pre-sold, so there will be none on the floor. But that's how we do it first. This is a great trick. These accent mirrors, the best way to keep the dust off, clean them with rubbing alcohol because it makes them completely grease free. Spray rubbing alcohol on your towel, on your paper towel, and wipe them down, and it will dry, but there's no water in it, so it won't streak and it won't leave any oil. So that's good. What food do you make ahead of time for Thanksgiving? I do a bunch of stuff ahead of time. I make cranberry sauce 2 days before because I like it to get cold and gel. For dessert, we always do brownies and bars and that kind of thing because we tend to eat dessert like later. We don't eat it with dinner. So I make all of those a couple days ahead because you can. Then I prep everything the night before. So I kind of have a tradition on Wednesday night. I work in the store and I go home about 6 and I chop everything. So I chop up the celery and the onion for the cornbread for the dressing or for the cornbread dressing, and I make the cornbread because I like to crumble it and I like it to sit and kind of get stale. I always make roasted vegetables and roasted Brussels sprouts. I cut all of those. The only thing I do the day of is actually make the turkey. I assemble the dressing and I like roast the vegetables, that kind of thing. But I pre-chop everything the night before because it kind of just gives me a chance to sort of unwind. And then I start assembling it while I watch the parade. That's sort of my thing. Grease spots that are baked into a garment. Take your oily soap, like your stain solution, put it on there, let it sit 2 or 3 hours, and then run the hottest possible water from your tap through it, and it'll come right out. Oh, I'm glad you just got your first laundry evangelist order, Shannon. I hope you love it. I need your soap flakes. I use your soap flakes with success on other things, but not that garment. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a little stain solution to kind of boost it up. The best place to order oxygen bleach, you can't find it in the stores. To be honest, I sell it on my website and that's where I get it. I know other places have it. I just haven't researched it because I have it at laundryevangelist.com. Tips on keeping the food warm. This is a great trick and it's really funny. Um, I don't set anything on the countertop. I learned when you have stone countertops, they like literally pull warmth out of everything. So I don't set anything on the countertop. If I have to sit it on the countertop, I sit it on a towel, and that actually helps it hold. And I throw dish towels over everything. I cover it and throw a dish towel over it, and it keeps it warm. What's the trick to getting stiff deodorant marks off men's undershirts? It seems to build up over time. It's going to be your stain solution plus oxygen bleach. Put the stain solution on and then sprinkle oxygen bleach over it. Let it sit a couple of hours and then run hot water through it. But the real trick is once you get the shirts clean or you start with new ones, spray them with vinegar and water immediately before they go in the washing machine, and it doesn't stay. Hold on. I have a sweatshirt as a stain. I treated it with Grandma's Secret. I think I would use, it's for whatever reason, it's not showing. There it goes. I would use stain solution. I would let it sit and then I'd run the hot water through it. You need to let it sit is the trick. It needs to rest a couple hours. When you say oily soap, what does it mean? For me, it means stain solution from Murchison Hume. The point is, it's that thick texture. It's the texture of like shampoo. But I use the Murchison Hume one because it's my favorite. It's so clean. What's the website? It's laundryevangelist.com. Laundryevangelist.com. Yeah. So what else do you have? Let me think what else I have to tell you. How many people does everybody have for Thanksgiving? I think about that. There's only Ross and I. It's kind of our only holiday we celebrate, just the two of us. Sometimes, like if we know somebody, individual, we have them come along, but it's usually just the two of us. And I make enough food for everybody. So yeah. All right. Well, that is it. There's a super fun email coming out tomorrow. It's just sort of funny and fun. So I will tell you, if you're not signed up, go to laundryevangelist.com and sign up for the email because the one tomorrow is kind of fun. And hello, Darren. So Darren just had a birthday. So happy birthday to Darren. I won't say how old he is because he's just a couple years older than me, and you can figure that out. But if you're watching this later and you have a question, put it below and I'll pick it up. Normally, I would say I'll pick it up next week, but next week's actually Thanksgiving. So I'll probably try to do a live a different day. And I'll pick up the questions from last week with that. Everybody, have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving in advance. I may go live on Thanksgiving just for fun. Not really to answer questions, but just, I have to answer this stainless steel question before we go. We got to wrap up with that. Spray it down with rubbing alcohol and wipe it. And then take 2 drops of olive oil, put it on a towel and buff it in, and they will be streak free. It is Murchison Hume, the stain solution in 17 ounce. That is correct. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I will see you in a couple